The Friday of week 2, based on Luke chapter 9, verses 1 through 36, with a focus on verses 18 to 27. When Jesus was praying alone, his disciples gathered around him. "Who do the crowds say I am?" he asked them. "John the Baptist," they responded, "and others say Elijah. Others say that one of the ancient prophets has arisen." "What about you?" said Jesus. "Who do you say I am?" "God's Messiah," answered Peter. He gave them strict and careful instructions not to tell this to anyone. "The Son of Man," he said, "must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the legal experts. He must be killed and raised up on the third day." He then spoke to them all. "If any of you want to come after me," he said, "you must say no to yourselves and pick up your cross every day and follow me. If you want to save your life, you'll lose it. But if you lose your life because of me, you'll save it. What good will it do if you win the entire world, but lose or forfeit your own self? If you're ashamed of me and my words, the Son of Man will be ashamed of you, when he comes in the glory which belongs to him and to his Father and to the holy angels. Let me tell you," he concluded, "there are some standing here who won't experience death until they see God's kingdom." Everybody, it seems, loves a TV quiz. Sometimes the contestants get it right and come out smiling. Other times they either forget something they know perfectly well or reveal that they didn't know as much as they had hoped they did. But at least the only things that hang on their getting the right answer are the prize and the glow of satisfaction. But there are some questions that, depending on your answer, will change your life forever. Is this the path we should take to get down the mountain? Get the wrong answer and you could be headed for disaster. Is this the person I should marry? Get that one wrong, either way, and you face lasting unhappiness, and so on. Jesus' question about who his followers thought he was is a question like that. It wasn't just a quiz, sitting around the campfire one night and seeing what people think, but then going on much as before. He needed to know that they had got the message, that they had worked it out. It wasn't an easy question, because God's Messiah was supposed to do various things that Jesus hadn't done. The coming Messiah, the anointed king, was supposed to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem. He was supposed to defeat the enemy armies, the pagans, and he was supposed to bring justice and peace to the world by establishing a new rule, a new way of governing God's people in God's world. And though Jesus had done many remarkable things, he hadn't actually done any of those. What would you say, sitting round the fire with his followers? You might play it safe and agree with the people they quoted. People say you're a prophet like one of the great ones we've read about in the Bible. Or are you ready to take a deep breath and blurt out the conclusion that Peter and the others were coming to? You're God's Messiah. You're the king, the coming one. You're not just a prophet. You're the one we've been waiting for. That answer has immediate consequences. If you think Jesus is the Messiah, then you're committed to following him, even when he tells you he's off to the big city to die. This wasn't just a quiz. Are you ready for that? Many people today, even many Christians, really do believe that the point of life is to be true to yourself, or to find out who you really are, and then try to live like that. Jesus stands all that on its head. If you want to gain your life, you have to lose it. Today, imagine that you are sitting around the fire and listen to Jesus asking you, "Who do you say I am?" Tell him your answer. Tell him how much you love him and what things you find difficult. Ask him to give you a share in his courage, to follow him wherever he leads and whatever it costs.